In the law school classroom, she was the only woman. At that moment, she raised her hand, eager to answer the professor's question. However, the professor ignored her and called on another male student instead. But the man didn't know the answer to the question. Once again, the woman raised her hand, and the people around her gave her strange looks. The professor ignored her again. The second male student was also unprepared. At this point, the woman couldn't help but raise her hand for the third time. This time, the professor finally called on her name. She stood up and effortlessly gave the complete answer. One of the men tried to interrupt her, but she didn't give him any leeway.
If I may finish?
Her powerful presence immediately silenced the room. However, the professor didn't seem inclined to praise her.
That an answer, Mrs. Ginsburg, or a filibuster?
This woman was Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the famous U.S. Supreme Court Justice. Back in the 1950s, it was still a rarity for women to study law in America. Ginsburg had been excited about her new life at school, but when she arrived, she quickly realized that female students were often discriminated against. Undeterred, Ginsburg pushed forward and eventually graduated first in her class from law school. However, reality was harsh. Her proud academic achievements didn't land her a job. No law firm was willing to hire her. They came up with all sorts of reasons. Women should stay at home to take care of children. Women are prone to losing their temper and losing their rationality. Women cannot fit into male-dominated client circles. But the most important reason they gave was that if their wives found out they were working with a woman like her, they would become jealous. As women, why should she be able to pursue her dreams when they were expected to stay at home and play the roles of wives and mothers? If all women turned out like Ginsburg, then who would do the household chores? Ginsburg stood dejected on the street, starting to doubt herself. Was there really no way to change this situation? She decided to endure, and chose to become a university professor specializing in gender discrimination. Meanwhile, her husband, Martin, successfully became an excellent lawyer. One day, she attended a dinner with her husband. Martin shone brightly in front of everyone, as if he was destined to become a star in the legal field. She looked at him with pride, but then a colleague next to her said something complimentary.
Smart girl, Ruthie, you married a star.
And Ginsburg froze. Was marriage to a successful man really the greatest success a woman could achieve? She could have achieved her dreams on her own, but the cruelty of society forced her to bow to reality. Years of frustration suddenly overwhelmed her. On the way home, she told her husband that she wanted to quit. Martin didn't understand why she felt this way.
I don't understand why you're acting like that's such a bad thing. You're out there training the next generation of lawyers to change the world.
Because that's what I wanted to do!
When they got home, Ginsburg was still upset, but Martin didn't blame her. Instead, he brought her a case file with a seemingly ordinary case. It was this seemingly insignificant case that completely changed her fate.